Hello, good afternoon, everybody.
Hello, afternoon.
Good. Let's take off. Calculate the valuation and yield to maturity of the $100 bond under its old and new credit ratings. So when you read through this question, I don't know what you identified. They gave us the credit spreads and gave us some 3 bonds. So what was it that was missing here? What was it that was missing in this particular question, which we needed? What is it that was missing? We needed the spot yields for year 1, year 2, government spot yields, so the risk-free rates. So these yields are what we're missing. And then you bring in the credit spread. So that's what was missing here. So for the current under AAA, the spreads we are given 0.18%, 0.31, and 0.45. So what was missing is the yields here, there, and there. Once you have these yields now, you could use them to calculate the market values. This is under AA. And you repeat the process under BB. So this is what was missing. Now they have given you 3 government bonds. Just like the question that we did, 3 bonds in issue. And the nominal value is 100. And they're all redeemable at par. This one, the coupon rate is 9. That one, the coupon rate is 7. That one is 6. And these are the market values. So these market values and these coupon rates, you could find the discount rates, and those are the annual spot yields that you're looking for. So you could find the discount rates. The discount rate which will equate these cash flows to that market value. So this is exactly a question that we did in class. Is there anyone who tried this question? Are there any that have tried this question? Are there any members of the class who have tried this question? Me,
I was just calculating the rates, the rates.
Come again.
I was just calculating the rates, the internal rate of the rates, like when you're given from the example given that you gave last time.
Mm-hmm. Which rates? You mean the discount? The discount rates, like the one we did in class, like the one we did in class.
Yes.
Okay. So the question, what of others? What of others? What did you manage to do? What of other members in the house? What did you manage to do with this data? Hmm? Other members of the house, what did you manage to do with the data that was given? So you're supposed to find the spot yields, find the discount rates. So let's go. You all take your gadgets. We start, we calculate. So this one was year 0 and 1. So the first one was only that. Okay. So let's I'll put everything up like this. Let's come up with some format where we say, now we know how this question works. So this one, we take out that. That one, we take out that, isn't it? This is the way the bonds are, isn't it? This one, what are the cash flow? The cash flows. What are the cash flows for the first one? The one which expires 1 year. In 1 year's time, there's a cash flow of how much?
109.
10?
109.
109. And then there's a discount factor. We don't know at what rate. This one, once we discount here, we don't know what it is. Let's try to simplify the approach. So we don't know what it is, but once we discount, what are you supposed to get? What's the present value? Once we discount, supposed to get how much? 104, isn't it? What of here? So let's try to come up with some format that can help you. This one would have found a discount factor from there. Okay, in year 1, this bond runs for 2 years. So end of year 1, there's just a 7. In year 2, the coupon rate is 7, so it's 107. Multiply by the discount factor there, which we don't know. fact, I'll call this discount factor 1. I think it's better. We call them that way. This one, discount factor 2, no, 1 again. Then you find the discount factor number 2. Okay. So these are the discount factors that you're going to find first. You find these discount factors. And then this one, we don't know, but this one should give us how much? These two, when you add them up, the total should be 102. Okay. What of here? Then here you put discount factor number 3. And this will give you how much? This will give you how much? What's the value here? 90, 98. Let's try to standardize this to see if we can all be helped. And this one, what's the rate? That is a 6, that is a 6, and that is 106. That is 106. Have you followed what we're trying to do here? We are looking for discount rates using the information on these 3 bonds. What we have just arranged are the cash flows for these 3 bonds. Number 1, there's a bond whose value is 104 and it's redeemable in 1 year's time. The coupon rate is 9. So this bond has just got one cash flow if you want. The cash flow is 109. Where has the 109 come from? Can somebody explain where the 109 has come from? How do you get 109?
It's because of the interest, the coupon of 9. So at the end of that period, the interest we just add it together to the 100.
Where is the 100?
Make it 109.
Where is the 100 coming from? Some favor.
The nominal value.
The nominal value, and we are told that this bond is redeemable at what?
That part.
So that is the basis, eh? Yeah, that's the basis. Please, if any of us has a problem, let's ask. We want to find the spot yields so that we can find the required rate of return for this company. In some questions, the spot yields may be given, but here the spot yields are not given, but we can derive them. Mr. Mkunguru, what method are we using for deriving them?
The discount factor.
What method are you using? We are bootstrapping, you're working backwards. We are saying that
Bootstrapping.
Yeah, so we are saying that if we know the cash flow, if we know the market value, if we know the present value, we know the cash flow involved, we can work out the discount factor. After working out the discount factor, you can find the discount rate. And the value, we're going to use it here. So once we know this value here, I know that value there, we can find this value there. You see the logic, eh? That's the logic. So let's go now. Can you work out the discount factor using your calculators? Can you work out the discount factor? So that is the item number 1. Okay, so let's find the answers. Have you found the discount factor, first of all?
So for year 1, I found the 0.954.
Okay, so our friend has found 0.954. So that's a discount factor. Are we happy with that discount factor? Are we happy with the discount factor? We simply divide it. Yeah, 104. Okay, because remember, let's just put it here. So we are saying 109 multiplied by the discount factor that we don't know gives us 104. So we divide 109 and 109. So that gives you 0.954. That's the first thing to do. Is that okay, everybody? So at this point, we can even go a step further and say, okay, can we fill in? So it means that here, even here to be 0.954. Have you followed the story? Even here to be 0.954. Are we happy, team, with what we are doing here? So even here it's the same. 0.954. You can fill in using a spreadsheet. You fill in. Now the next item is want discount rate. So here, so what discount rate will give you 0.954? So you say 1 over 1 plus R, the power only 1 should give you 0.954. 0.954. So you can now solve for this. You can now solve for the rate, the discount rate, because what we want is the discount rate, which gives us this. So remember what I told you last time? You simply go R plus 1 equals 1 over 0.954. Okay. Can somebody simplify that?
1.048.
1.05?
048.
0482.
0482.
82, yes.
Okay. So what is the rate? Let me write out that properly.
4.82.
Yes. So in terms of the percentage, then this is 4.82. So we have found the first rate. So you have found the discount rate for year 1, or the spot yield. The spot yield, you have found it. Okay. So the, here now the answer is 4.82. Here the answer is 4.82. 4.82%. That's the answer here. Let us come to the second year. Can you find the discount factor here? How do you do that? This one is known. This one is known. This multiplied by that. So why should the discount factor be here? Let's also calculate the discount factor here. So that plus that gives you 1.02. That plus that gives 1.02. So what answer should I put here? What answer should I put here? It's 102 minus 1 minus that. So 95.3. That's 95.3, isn't it? $95.3?
No, I found 100.32.
Oh, I need.
No.
I need to correct my answer.
No, I got the wrong one. I think I got the end was wrong.
Okay, but have you also seen? Have you seen how I'm doing it using the spreadsheet? I found
Yes.
using the spreadsheet is much easier because remember what I did. What I did was I just got a balancing figure. This was not there. This was not there. So I said that that plus that gives 102. So all I've said is from 102 minus that one. That's what we find.
You're right. It's 95.32.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. So some of you may say, so now the discount factor, what discount factor should this be? I'm sure with a spreadsheet, it's even easier, isn't it? I can simply say it's that it's 95.3 divided by 107. 0.9.
Yes.
Is it becoming easier with a spreadsheet?
No, it's spreadsheet is fast actually.
And there I have 0.89. Mr. Nkunguru, is it easier with a spreadsheet?
Yes, it's easier.
Now you see already here, I have that value and that value. So that plus that plus that should give me 98. So I just get this as a balancing figure, isn't it? We just say 98 minus that one minus that one. There we are. So what's the discount factor here? That divided by that. So let's come here now. So you've got some equations to solve for me. We've got some equations to solve. So let's go. 1 over 1 plus r to the power 2 gives us 0.891. And this one is 1 over 1 plus r to the power 3 gives us 0.820. Please, can you solve for the r in each one of these cases? Let us solve. Let us solve, let us solve, let us solve.
So the second one, I found the 5.95.
5.95. What was that one? The third one, what is the answer? The last one, what is the answer? The third one, what is the answer?
6.84.
6.84.
84.
Anyone second that?
6.83.
6.83. Okay. Those are just rounding of errors. You both basically have the same answer.
No, the accurate one is 6.83.
6.8 what?
6.83, whether rounding off or not, is 6.83.
6.83. Okay, 6.83. 6.83. Are you using your spreadsheets, eh? Are you using your spreadsheets?
I'm using
Yes,
a
we're
very
using our
shortcut
spreadsheet.
method.
Come again?
I'm using your previous method, which is giving the 6.83, whatever happens.
6.83. Okay. Let me use a spreadsheet here. Now look at, so the spreadsheet, you can use a spreadsheet to simplify. Remember what we said? If you use a spreadsheet, look at what will happen. Let's just prove that. Okay. So we are saying 1 plus to the power 3 equals 1 over 0.891. 0.891? No, 0.82. Okay, so I'll use a spreadsheet and to check what the answer would be. Okay, so I say equals 0.81 divided by, not that, but 1 divided by 0.82. So that's 1.22. So I take this one, I say to the power 1, I say to the power 1 divided by 3. I do that. Eh? So I'm taking the third root of this. 1.07. Have you seen that one? Minus 1. So we need to be able to use these functions. Okay, we need to use the functions. And in the next class, I must be using the CB platform. I was here for the CB.
Mr. Piri.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Piri.
Yes, please.
Yeah, using your previous formula in the example that you are given.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was 98 is equal to 6 over 1.0482 plus 6 over 1.059 to the power 2 plus 106 over 1 plus r in brackets to the power 3. Then
Yeah,
that gives the
you have less rounding off. Probably we've got less rounding off here. I think your rounding off is less. Here there's a lot of rounding off here. Okay. But my interest is that we must be able to play around with all these numbers in the spreadsheets. Okay. Once I've accessed your CB platform, I also try these computations on the CB platform with everybody so that we see what functions are there and which ones are not there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we hope because so this one was a 5.95%, 5.95%. Eh? It's 5.95, 5.96. And then
5.95.
Okay, and this one is where we get some are getting 6.83, others are getting 6.84%. So you've got your yields now. After finding your yields, now what happens? Let's move together. We found the yields now. So now you can do your valuation. You can do your bond valuation. How do you do bond valuation? Let's go, you say. Let's move together. Okay. Year 0, year 1, year 2, year 3. Okay. What are the cash flows? No, first of all, before we do that, your yields, your spot yields. The spot yields. This is your 0.0482. This one was your 0.20595. 0.20684. So these are the yields that you have that you have calculated then. Okay. Then let us start with the AA, the spreads, credit spreads for AA. What are the spreads for AA? The spreads for AA is 0.0018. They are 0.0031, 0.0045. These are the spreads. So then the yields for this company, the yields for the company, specific the company, or what you call your cost of debt for this company. Now you have them. So you go that plus that. So that's what you have now. So this is what we have for this particular company of ours. If I convert in percentages, this is what we have. So this is the current. But after the change, what happens? The credit rating is now being changed. So let's change the credit rating. New rating. New rating. What are these now? Let's go 0.0054. The next one 0.00069. And the last one 0.0086. Okay. So these are the new yields now. Okay. And then after finding this, let's find the bond values. Let's find the bond values, the values of the bond. Let's do the bond valuation. Bond valuation. Let's do the bond valuation, people. Okay, bond valuation. Let's go. What are the cash flows from the current bond? What are the cash flows on our current bond? Can somebody please help us with the cash flows on the current bond? How much? What's the coupon rate on the bonds that we have here? The company has got a bond. What are the coupon rates on the bond? Oh, I didn't capture that. Let's capture it here. %8 bonds, which has a face value of 100 and a premium of 2% on redemption in 3 years' time. Have we all seen that one? So it will be what? 8. In the final year, no, in the final year it's not 8. Can somebody help us with the final year value? Final year, what is the value?
108.
They say what are the terms of redemption? What are the terms of redemption? Here we go. What are the terms of redemption?
All right, the 2% there.
So you see why we need to be careful. We need to be very careful there. And very careful there. So there's a 2. So we'll dim at 102 plus 8. That gives us what? 110. Now, what are the discount factors? Now, these discount factors, you know, they vary. One discount factor is at what? At what rate? Team, give me the first one is at what? 5%. Huh? The next one will be at what? Current.
6.26.
6.26. Right? Are we together?
Yes.
6.26. What of the last one there? It will be at what?
7.29.
7.29. Okay. So give me the values now. You need to find the discount factors. Let's go. Next one. Help me with values. I'm waiting for answers there.
I said the first one is 7.62.
Okay. So Mr. Nkonguru says that this one equals 1 divided by 1.05. Mr. Nkonguru, what are you finding there?
7.62.
Okay. All right. What of here? Let's be comparing values here. Let's be comparing values together. Let's be comparing values together. Let's be confirming values together. I want somebody to confirm my values. I want somebody to help me confirm my values. I want somebody to confirm my values. Could I have confirmation of my values?
If we use 7.29, is okay, it's correct, 89.07.
Please, can you confirm these values? So these are the values that we are looking for. These are the values that we are looking for. Are we all finding these values here? Are we all finding these discount factors?
Mr. Piri, I have a question.
Yes.
On bond valuation, would it be correct to conclude that they're also asking us to determine the market price?
It's a market
and
price.
also coming back, the first one, then last, the other one was bootstrapping. You mentioned that in short, they're asking that from the given cash flow and from the discount factor that you have found and from the internal rate of that you have found, can we say that now they're asking us to find the next internal rate of return?
Which one? No?
But just your explanation on bootstrapping, then bond valuation, I would say, can I conclude that they're asking us to determine the market price?
Yes, the market price.
Okay.
Bond valuation is just an estimate of the market price. And the bootstrapping, remember what we said, from the values given, it's basically working backwards. If you know the market value of the bond, if you know the market value of the bond, and you know the cash flows involved, can you find the discount factors? That's what you're doing.
Okay.
And what to calculate now, use it in the next calculation. If you noticed the discount factor there, this one is what we used here. And this one and that one are what we have carried forward to here and there.
Okay, no, I think it's clear. Just the English was very complicated, bootstrapping.
The next item, which you had asked earlier on, was yield to maturity. Now, yield to maturity is your internal rate of return.
Okay.
Yield to maturity is your internal rate of return. So you just find the internal rate of return. We find the internal rate of return. That's what you do. So what's the internal rate of return of these bonds?
From observation, it's like we are just around it. It's like the question is based on market price, is based on internal rate of return.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Thank you.
So if the market value is 103, so we find the internal rate of return. So let's find the internal rate of return now. Let's find the internal rate of return. So let's find the internal rate of return for these cash flows here. So you've got your 103, and you also got the cash flows, 8, 8, and 10. So what is our internal rate of return? So let's go. Let's find. The internal rate of return can also be found automatically using your spreadsheets. So I'm going to check in the CBE that functionality. I know it's there, but I'll demonstrate in there also how we can do it. So let's do the usual one. So we go. Your 0, 1, 2, and 3. So this is the usual. What do you mean by the usual? 2 NPVs, 2 discount rates. 2 NPVs and 2 discount rates. Okay. So your cash flows. What are your cash flows? Minus 103.77. And then you've got your 8, and your 110. Let's discount, please, these cash flows. Now you're experts on these ones. These ones should not give us a problem. Okay. Let's discount. The coupon rate was 8%. So let's go. Discount factors at 8%. Discount factors at 8%. 1. And our present values. Let's go. So we have -2 here, so we need to come down.
So we need to come down. Let's come down. Let's come down. 5%. Let's come down 5%. Okay, there we are. Please, can we find the internal rate of return? At 5%, at 8%, you have got this. At 5%, you've got that. Let's find the internal rate of return. Five plus 6.13 over 6.13 plus 2.18 multiplied by 8 minus 5. So what is the answer there? What is the answer there? Answers? Answers? Anyone to confirm my answer?
It's correct.
Correct. Now, the next one we just repeat this. We just repeat this. Cut and paste. Just cut and paste. The only thing is that what is the only item that will change? Under the revise, what will change? This is what will change here. It's 102.68. That's one item that changes. 102.68 minus. Here again, so everything remains the same. Everything remains the same. The only thing is that the value of the bond has changed. That's all. That's the only change that we have. That's the only change that we have. Okay. So everything else remains the same. So what's the internal rate of return? Internal rate of return there. Hmm. Okay, so that's what I find myself. Anyone to confirm that? So we'll share this worksheet so that all of you can have the worksheet, and at one time again, you try to go through this question slowly and pick up the principles. What's important is to pick out the principles. The principles are what you want to pick out.
Mr. Piri, another question.
Yes, please.
Yield to maturity, if you were to use that formula, the risk-free rate plus the credit spread, which one would be the risk-free rate?
Yeah, so here, what the yield to maturity, we're not using the credit spread method, no. We're using the traditional yield to maturity is just the internal rate of return. So the yield to maturity is your internal rate of return. That is what we are doing here. Okay. Remember the internal rate of return formula? The internal rate of return. So that is the approach that we're using. We have got two discount rates, A, which is 5, and B, which is 8. So these two. Then you put them in to find the internal rate of return. Okay, so this was the first part of that question.
Mr. Piri,
Yes, please.
I'm able to go back to the third part where we were calculating the rate or the yield curve, bond yield curve. The
This
third
one.
formula, that one. The third one.
The third one, eh?
Yes, the third one.
This one.
Yes, that one down there. Yes.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to get on the cash flows. I've seen 66 and 106.
This one's here. Let's check.
Yes, I wanted to understand where they're coming from. The 6-1.
The first one, the coupon was 9. The next one was 7, and this one was 6.
Okay.
So that's the 666.
Okay. 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 Get the point.
Okay.
So when calculating there, we don't use the coupon rate for the other ones. For example, in year 1, year 2, we use the current
coupon
one
rate for this particular one.
for that particular one. Okay, all right. Okay, okay. So that's why I needed the clarity. Thank you so much.
All right.
Mr. Bay,
Yes, please.
just on the formula for internal rate of return.
Yeah.
I've seen there I've put A as 5. Why not 8?
The A, yeah. So A is the one which gives us a positive. A gives you a positive NPV. That's a lower discount rate. B is the higher discount rate, which gives you the negative. So this then is the 5, and this one is the 8.
So it's always the case that one has to be negative, one has to be positive.
So that's the most accurate way. You get a positive and negative, a higher one and the low one. Then you connect them.
Okay.
More questions?
I know it's, to me, I think it's clear. That's why it's
Okay, any other? Let's talk about this.